little earlier. Obviously, very, very good player from Wisconsin. Just sort of run show a lot of the time there. But it seems like when he comes to Chicago tournaments, something happens to where it's like Game 5 and he doesn't win. Sometimes he doesn't even get top 8, and it's really unfortunate because he's such a good player. And Ravenking, sort of in that same boat where he seems to have really, really solid sets against players you would expect to beat him, and sometimes just loses against people you thought he was going to beat. And, you know,
wow.
Okay,
this is a really good start from Comet. Ravenking has actually quietly been one of the most consistent players in Chicago over the course of like Ultimate's history, where he just does really well, but he doesn't always seem to be mentioned in the upper echelons of your Ned, your Seth, your Atata, Tyroy, Dan, like the top guys. Ravenking's always been really, really close. He was number 6 on the first PR. It's looking like he's probably going to maintain some semblance of that. He's had a fine season.
I would assume so. I mean, Ravenking's always just been sort of that guy. I mean, if Ravenking beats you, you're definitely not too salty about it. He's a very, very good player, but he doesn't sort of have that same consistency as someone like Tyroy or Ned might, where you always expect them to beat certain people. Ravenking's one of those guys who'll take like a game off someone, then lose 2 games to that same person, come back, win a game, lose 2 more games. It's an inconsistency problem that he's been trying to work on for a long time.
I think a lot of that is limitations in the character, like that you only have so many options, and as opponents start to understand the character, it's hard to mix up as he goes for that crazy forward smash. Comet, on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, is, like you said, one of those guys who hasn't always had the best luck or the best results in Chicago. And I think a big part of that is just because we have a lot of Fox knowledge in Chicago.
Yeah, I would think so too. Really only a couple people who play Fox here at just relatively top level in Ultimate, but a lot of people who just sort of play the character. He's a pretty popular pocket character as well. I thought for a second that wasn't going to kill. It looked like Ravenking was just barely going to live that, but not the case. Comet's basically up a clean stock above Ravenking right now.
Yeah, definitely looking really good, but now he's off stage. Ooh, gets the down tilt forward air. Gets the nair back
just
air.
Like that,
wow.
It's even.
Wow, erasing that stock from Comet, saying, no, I am not going out in game 1 just yet. I would like that lead, kind sir.
I know that Ravenking is confident in this matchup. He was talking about it earlier. He's faced Comet before. He feels good just against Fox in general, and I know he's had relatively good results over Comet also just in general. So I know that Ravenking, if he is playing with enthusiasm, if he's playing just on his best level that I know Ravenking can play at, this one could... Ravenking could win the whole tournament, honestly.
In theory, yeah. He'd have to get through a Mega Man that's waiting for him on Winners Finals, but this challenge presented in front of him right now is last stock and potentially last hit, and that may have been the last hit of the game, and it was Ravenking sealing the comeback win in game 1. And he will take that lead all the way to the bank.
Dude, player momentum isn't even a thing when you're going against Ike. Comet got off to such a good start at the beginning of this game, and then Ravenking said, hey, remember Nair and then back air? I'll do it to you twice in case you've forgotten, and I'll win.
Yeah, the real key to that game was him hitting the 2-frame down tilt when he got Fox off stage with 3 moves. He got like grab, down throw, fair, and hit Fox off stage, and Comet tried to mix up the recovery successfully so that Ike couldn't run off there and just fair him and kill him. But Ravenking got the 2-frame, and it converted it into a full-on kill. It was down tilt into nair into back air.
Yeah,
some crazy thing. He hit 5 moves on Fox, and Fox's entire second stock was gone.
Yeah, and that's the thing you got to be careful against. When it comes to going against a character like Ike, you always have to be ready for him to make the comeback, because he certainly can. Now, Fox has always been a good character when it comes to just dogpiling people with damage. I mean, he can dish it out pretty consistently, and if he just never stops moving, but also shields at the right time, plays safe when he needs to, you could just get absolutely steamrolled by a good Fox.
That is absolutely true. Fox is a very momentum-based character, as you pointed out before, but your momentum can also be taken away because while you have incredible speed, solid confirms, and well, just great frame data, you are also the 5th lightest character in the game, and your recovery leaves a little bit to be desired. So you've got pluses and minuses against pretty much every matchup in the game. Comet believes, if I'm not mistaken, that the only thing that Fox really loses are to the rats, Pichu and Pikachu. Otherwise, Fox is like a bona fide top 5 character, contender for the best in the game. And I see it. I think there's a lot of characters right now that can lay claim to really, I am the best with a good enough argument. And Comet trying to make that statement in this tournament right now as he takes the stock lead, but Ravenking answering with the Nair back air and not letting Comet run away with any of these good hits that he gets in.
Yeah, that's exactly what you have to do, and Ravenking is doing it. Comet has seen the broadside of Ravenking's back air just a little too often for his comfort. You know he would like to stop getting just sort of anchored into that move off stage, but it's so hard sometimes to just avoid that Nair when you're like Fox, when you're a character that has to get in close to do any consistent damage. Every once in a while you're going to get caught by Nair, and that Nair will just lead to a back air. That's just the character you're facing.
Oh, and he gets the spike through the stage!
He got it through the stage!
The 2-frame spike through the stage on the Fox recovery. Comet thought that the mix-up was going to be good enough to not side B and get down tilted again. Ravenking showing mastery of the character.
Basically caught him mid-air with that grab, and once again, Ravenking just trying to dogpile as much damage as he can onto Comet all at once. Comet's always been an incredibly good Fox, however, when it comes to just his aerial presence. His timing with his up airs is possibly the best I've seen with a Fox. He's so good at hitting those consistently.
Ravenking has multiple times done neutral get up into up B with Ike, and it's worked almost every single time that he's done it. Comet is very, very hungry right now to get kills off of the ledge, and it feels like he's getting punished for it a lot. The down air on the short hop just to connect with the approach attempt. Ravenking now looking like he's the one running away with this game and possibly this set with that forward tilt going to take the stock and the game. Ravenking up to a 2-0 lead in this best of 5.
Yeah, roll on the ledge, basically a backstabber. That forward tilt was awesome. Ravenking has been mixing up his moveset enough to the point where, yeah, you have to be afraid of Nair back air, but also at that was a good try, by the way. He's been here the entire, he's front row tickets to our commentary.
Yeah, that's fine. There's a bug buzzing around us is what he's talking about. I'm trying to palm it.
He's like a ninja warrior, just like training.
All right, yeah, we're going to go to game 3. Let's see if Ravenking can seal this out now. Comet's got to make a mad 3-0 reverse comeback if he wants to stay in winner's side. Otherwise, Ravenking will be advancing to a guaranteed top 3 spot at Second City Smash 3 and a date with Yeti in winners finals.
Hey man, we've already seen one of those so far in winners. It's not out of the question that Comet could do it. He's getting off to a pretty good start. Those up airs are definitely going to rack up the damage on Ravenking, and he's got to be careful because Fox is you're definitely a kill percent when you're going against Fox right now.
Yeah, but so is Fox.
It's a good point. Ooh, clash with the forward tilt.
Like that one little interaction put Fox at what is now 75 as a result. And Ravenking gets the grab, puts him off stage. Can't finish him off with a good mix-up on recovery from Comet, but this game is once again even.
Anytime Ravenking charges up any sort of smash move, I go crazy.
Okay, Ravenking going way too deep. Comet wisely immediately seeing that and saying, I'm side being above you. I want no part of that.
He went for the roll read there.
Aether going through Fox. Blind spot on the Aether move, but he gets it this time. Not quite going to kill, but now we have a dead even game at 127.7, and that doesn't matter because Ravenking going to get the read in the forward air to take the first stock in game 3.
Somehow Ravenking has been doing a really good job at avoiding anything that could put him in any sort of kill position from Comet. A lot of the times, if you make one wrong move on the ground against Fox, he'll just up smash you immediately. But Ravenking, it's the same sort of thing against Seth. His landing options versus all the top players he's been going against have been really, really smart. Seth wasn't able to get the advantage onto Ravenking, even though he was at kill percent. He's doing the same thing against Comet.
You said at the beginning of the set that Ravenking felt very comfortable fighting against Fox. I can kind of understand why. It's very difficult for Fox to keep Ike on the ledge between just the way that Aether can spike you down and the way that Ravenking's been doing his get-up attacks into Aether, or not get-up attacks, but just get-ups into Aether, as that forward tilt takes the stock way early.
Yeah, it does. We saw Sparks fly just a little bit. It was enough to get it done, and Comet all of a sudden is on his tournament stock for winner's side.
Taking 16% just on that recovery attempt from Ravenking.
Ooh, that whole sequence of dodging was amazing. He was
up smash going to take the stock though for sure. Ravenking with one too many Aethers, and Comet was ready.
Yeah, sometimes Ravenking does have a habit of getting a little Aether happy. He does like to throw the move out quite a bit. It's pretty good in a mix-up situation, but once you start throwing the move out too often, it's no longer a mix-up. It's just your arsenal.
Yeah, I'm really scared, though, if I'm Fox, just given the situation. As we've seen, Ike can kill you so fast, but he did get the Ike off stage.
He's got the up air and Ravenking.
That is going to do it. The nice combo there into up air. Ravenking is going to 3-0 Comet. That is confidence right there as he makes his way to winners finals. Of all the players in Chicago that we've talked about with a chance to take down this tournament, we've had a lot of conversation. You hear guys like Ned and Seth and Atata. No one talking about Ravenking, and he doesn't care. Making his way to winners finals.
He does not care at all. He's always the sleeper, always has been. When Ravenking is on rolls like he is today, you're going to be in for a tough time if he's in your bracket, let me tell you. I mean, we're just going to see basic domination from Ravenking throughout these replays. Comet did a very good job trying to just put Ravenking into bad positions, but he just fell for one too many nairs that led into one too many back airs, and Ravenking was just on top of things.
If there's one thing notable about Ravenking when he's playing on, it's really just like his execution